Hey guys, it's Megan, and today I'm going to be walking you through and reviewing one of my all-time favorite Harley-Davidsons, the Heritage Classic. This is a pre-loved one we have, and it is clean. Someone took really good care of this bike, but I'm going to be sharing with you why it's one of my favorites. This past August, my mom and I each rented a Heritage Classic from Eagle Rider and rode them from our home in Torrance, California up to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the Milwaukee Rally and to see the Harley-Davidson Museum, which is really awesome and you should go visit it too. It ended up being about a 3,000-mile trip and we loved every mile of that adventure together, and a lot of that is due to this amazing bike. One of my favorite aspects about the Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic is that it really does hold true to that classic 50s style while still bringing in some of the modern technology, and that starts right here up front. We have that classic look of that front fender with the chrome detailing, and then we move on to the high-performance front suspension and LED headlights. These LED headlights not only provide high visibility in the dark, but also make sure that other drivers on the road see you. Moving on down the line here, this gas tank got us about 260 miles on the road, which was about twice as much as my current bike can hold. So that was a very nice luxury to have with less gas stops, especially when we had about 500-mile days. Only having to stop a couple times was amazing. One of my favorite aspects of this bike was the cruise control. With just an easy set with the left thumb, you're able to trigger it into cruise control mode and stretch out your hands. It was so nice to be able to do that. Something, once again, that my current bike does not have, that I got super spoiled on with this bike. Luckily, you're able to toggle through the display on the speedometer. So as well as the standard speedometer, there's also a digital display that will take you through what gear you're in, what your trip odometer is, your overall miles, and my favorite, how many miles you have until empty. So that was really nice to be able to kind of gauge where we should plan on stopping for gas based on how many miles we have left in our tank. This seat is also one of my favorite aspects of the bike. It is a standard stock Harley-Davidson seat that came on the bike, but it is really wide and extremely cushioned. Like I said, a 500-mile day, I didn't feel a minute of that. My butt was feeling good on this seat. Not only is this bike extremely comfortable, it's also very powerful. It has a 107 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 engine, and my mom and I were able to cruise on these things all day long at very legal high speeds. I also loved having the floorboards. I'm used to riding with foot pegs, which does not give you a lot of wiggle room for stretching out your legs, but these were amazing and I was able to move my feet around during the day and it really made the biggest difference. I love those floorboards. Moving on towards the rear of the bike, this monoshock suspension not only gives the bike that hardtail look, but also provides a great amount of shock support at the rear. My mom and I actually had to take the bikes a little bit off-roading. There was some construction which took us uphill on a gravel road, which was pretty gnarly. This bike went through it with no problem and we still enjoyed the ride through the gravel. These saddlebags are also really nice to have. Not only do they open easily and they're able to lock and seal, they're very roomy inside. We were able to get a lot of our gear into these saddlebags alone, as well as we had a rear rack on here, which is also available for purchase, that we were able to put a duffel bag onto with some of our clothes and things. But these saddlebags really are able to be filled up, locked up, and ready to go. Overall, not only is the Heritage great for around the town, a commuter bike, but can also be used for touring, which is why I love this bike so much. It's very versatile, comfortable, and powerful, and still holds that classic Harley-Davidson look. I really recommend you guys come down and check it out. We have not only this one, but a couple of other Heritage pre-loved to look at, as well as the 2020s, which are beautiful. So come on down and check them out for yourself. Thanks, guys.